It is time to review a spice rub. I do not do that very often in this channel, but this was sent to me, and I am very excited to see how it does over 2 cuts of meat. So what we've got today is TNT Spices Dynamite Middle Eastern Southern Barbecue Fusion. How fascinating. Let's see what's in it, and then let's look at what I'm going to eat it over. This spice rub has smoked paprika, oregano, thyme, kosher salt, brown sugar, sumac, garlic, onion, coriander, fennel seed, black pepper, ghost pepper, cinnamon, clove, turmeric, paprika, mustard, cayenne, and then the special TNT Spices SPG seasoning, which is salt, pepper, garlic, and spices. Wow. There's a lot of really yummy stuff in there. I cannot wait to see how it goes over 2 cuts of meat. So what I've done is I've rubbed a bunch of this Dynamite Middle Eastern Southern Barbecue Fusion rub into a lamb chop and into a chicken drumstick. And then in between you see some yellow Spanish rice. And I have a video that I posted yesterday in which I show you how to make that. Okay, so I'm going to try these two. I'm going to see which cut of meat is complemented better by TNT Spices' very imaginative and hopefully delicious spice rub. Here we go. All right, so here's another look at our featured spice rub. Here's our lamb chop. Here's our chicken. Doesn't everything just look beautiful? Oh, I cannot wait. Okay. Had to get that shot. That's why I wore the gloves. Okay. Now this lamb is pretty rare. Well, I don't know if it's rare. I'd say it's medium rare. That's how I like my lamb. All right. Got a beautiful pink center. Lots and lots of rub on that. Let's see if we can taste all of the delicious things that are listed in the ingredients. First of all, that's amazing quality grass-fed lamb. Nothing gamey about the flavor of that. I want to get another bite. What I can say about the spice rub so far, it's absolutely delicious. I mean, it's a perfect blend. Just enough salt. The herbs in that, oh my goodness. Let me read through this again. There's a smoky flavor, all right? So I'm getting that prominently from the smoked paprika. Getting a nice hint of sweetness from the brown sugar. Those aromatic spices, all right? The fennel seed, the cinnamon, the clove, they give a really, really nice savoriness to this spice blend. I don't really taste the ghost pepper. And, you know, probably how the ghost pepper would manifest is, you know, there'd be a little bit of a low-level burn in my mouth. I don't really taste that yet. And, you know, I'm a chili head with an incredibly high tolerance, so I'm going to forgive them for the fact that I don't, that I'm not really experiencing the heat of that. I mean, maybe just like a tiny bit. Yeah, nice amount of garlic and onion in there. Yeah, and I'm really loving this. Just it's the salt, pepper, garlic, smoked paprika that are the basis. You know, the base flavors in that, and they are perfectly subdued in that. Not too much, not too little. It's just the perfect amount of those 4 base flavors that are in that, and they allow the other things. You know, the more interesting. You know, the fennel seed, the coriander, the cinnamon, the clove, they allow those other flavors to thrive in there. It is a really, really nice spice rub, and it's fantastic over lamb. Really, really good. I would give that easily an 8 out of 10 over lamb. All right, let's see how it does over chicken. Okay. And this was a pretty shabby chicken drumstick here. I apologize for that. I wanted it to be like a complete coating of skin with the rub, but alas, I didn't get that. So here it is. Okay. I think, based on that first bite, this may be a spice rub that is actually more appropriate to chicken than it is to lamb. I thought it's a Middle Eastern spice rub. It's got to be like it's. I almost was certain when I started recording this video that this was going to do better over lamb than it did chicken. But I'm tasting more of an infusion of all of the flavors that are in that rub. I'm tasting more of an infusion in this piece of chicken than I did in the lamb. Seriously. And it's interesting because what's even more surprising about the fact that I'm tasting it more in the chicken is I cooked this chicken today. I cooked this last night. Okay? I happened to heat them both up for the sake of this video, but I did not cook them at the same time. So the lamb has actually had more time to be infused with the flavors of the spice rub than the chicken has. And yet, I'm tasting the chicken, I'm tasting it in the chicken a little bit more. Another thing I will say, when I rub these, I put a little bit of olive oil and lemon juice in with the spice rub. All right? Just, you know, to give a little bit of tanginess and let the rub infuse a little bit better. They're both delicious. This is the thing. This is where I'm having a hard time, and I'm not sure how I'm going to deliberate on this one. While I think that the chicken is a little bit more infused with the flavor of this wonderful rub, I think that the ingredients of the spice rub complement the flavor of lamb a little bit better than they do chicken. All right, so this is tough for me because I love it over the chicken. I love it over the lamb. I think that the chicken is a little bit more flavorful and a little bit more infused with those spices. However, we're talking about a rub that is kind of designed for lamb, in my opinion. So I'm going to give them both 8s. I don't know if I can say that it's better. All right, I don't know if I can say that one or the other one is better than the other. They're both fantastic. It's a really, really nice spice rub. It complements chicken well. It complements lamb really, really well. This is a tough one. What I can say is I highly recommend purchasing this rub and trying it over a variety of meats. Try it over beef. Try it over pork. Try it over lamb. Try it over chicken. Try it over fish. All right? I kind of want to do that with this. I feel like the lamb and chicken is only the beginning of what I'm going to be doing with this rub. This is a very versatile rub. All right, I think it could be good over a lot of things. I think it could be good just, you know, not even necessarily rubbed into meat. It could be good just mixed into rice. I actually might sprinkle some onto this yellow rice, or I guess you call it orange rice. My Spanish rice, let's try that. You know what? Why not? Since I'm not able to deliberate, I just can't. I can't come to a decision over whether I love it better over chicken or lamb. I'm just not able to do that right now. Let's see. Maybe the rice will trump both of them. No. Nope. This is a meat rub. Not meant to be sprinkled over rice. Still, fantastic. This is a wonderful product, and I've got another one. It's Norma's Latin Fusion rub to sample. I'm not sure quite yet what I'm going to do with that. This comes highly recommended. This is an 8 out of 10. It is a fantastic and perfectly balanced blend of many different exciting, exotic flavors. It's really, really nice. So, thank you, TNT Spices.